Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. So glad that you're here. You know, we're like 12, 13 days away from Christmas. Can you believe it? Can you believe it that we're that close? Welcome if you're brand new. For those of you who are new, make sure you say hello and tell us where you're from. So, good morning. Okay, so I have a big package of asparagus from Sam's. And so here's our asparagus. Now, every person will tell you, well, not every person, but a whole bunch of people will tell you that the way that you do this is you take it and you bend it, right? And where it snaps is, but see, there's no snapping going on, okay? Oh, there it snapped, okay. And where it snapped, this is the woodier part. Woody's Roundup. No, anyway, so that's the part you want to discard, and then that's where you want to go, right? So that would mean that you take every one of these and you do one of these numbers, right? Until you get a snap. There's the snap. Okay, well, remember how I'm lazy? It's about the same. I'm lazy, and quite frankly, no. I never do that. I never do that. Just because, come on, right? So I'm just gonna cut it. I know, bad Cindy, but there you go. Look at that, see? And then they're all the same size, and I'm happy, okay? So there you go. All right, now, I love regular asparagus, and quite frankly, I usually just put it in the skillet with some butter and garlic and a little salt and pepper, saute it. Then at the last minute, I'll put the lid on and let it steam just a little bit, and then we serve it. And that's it. That's what I normally do. But I wanted to do something special for you guys today. And of course, I have my air fryer, so hello, gotta use the air fryer. So I've set up a little station here. And so I'm gonna show you my station. The first thing I have is flour. Then my next station is going to be egg. So this is just a couple of eggs that you wanna beat up. My last container, I have a mixture of Panko breadcrumbs, plain Panko breadcrumbs, and Italian breadcrumbs, all right? So I did this, if you only have one or the other, either is fine. If you're using like a plain Panko, you might wanna do some salt and pepper, maybe some garlic powder in here, because you wanna season it. You want layers all the time. And so all we're gonna do is we're gonna take, now you don't have to use your fingers. You obviously could use tongs to move them back and forth, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so we take our piece of asparagus and we're gonna put it in the flour, see? Now, you don't need a ton of flour on there, but you just want it so the egg will stick. Then it's gonna go in the egg. I don't need that anymore, do I? Then it's gonna go in the egg, flip it, and then it's gonna go in the breadcrumbs. So, I'm gonna pack it a little bit and Viola breadcrumbs on there. So again, we're just gonna put our asparagus in the flour and give it a toss, because all we're doing is basically, when you have dry things, egg doesn't necessarily wanna stick to it. The flour on here gives the egg something to stick on, right? So we don't, like I said, we don't need a ton of flour. See how it just has enough on there. So, and then we're just gonna put it in the egg mixture, flip it over so that we make sure we get egg on both sides. Flip, flip, and then into the breadcrumbs. Pretty, huh? If you don't have breadcrumbs, but you've got some saltine crackers, you could smash those up and then add some seasoning to that. If you wanted to add some additional seasoning to this, you certainly could add garlic or smoked paprika or lemon pepper, whatever kind of thing you like on there. So here's my air fryer right here. I have, like I said, we need 7 minutes. I'm gonna give these just a little spray with cooking spray, just because there's no oil, right? And so I just want a little bit of oil on those so we get a pretty brown. So if you were having people over for Christmas, I hope you're not, but if you are, or your family is eating. Either, like I said, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I thought this would be fun. Now, I got a couple of fresh mozzarella in these large balls. See, the balls of fresh mozzarella. All right, so what I've done is I've taken a couple of tomatoes, and a couple of those balls of mozzarella cheese. Oh my. All right, I'm gonna give this just a little toss and just a minute longer. All right, let me see. All right, we just need a few more minutes. So we're gonna make a candy cane. La, 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 la. So right now, I'm making the hook, right? There we go. And so you just alternate tomato slices and mozzarella slices until you've made a cute little candy cane, right? Oops, that one tore. You can tell I didn't cut them as evenly as one might, okay? There we go. So it's like a Caprice salad. Ta and da. Okay, I'm gonna turn it around. So, see my candy cane? Ah, look at that. Whoops, you know what I gotta do? Oh, can you see in there? Can you see? I'm gonna set these on my platter and then we're gonna make a sauce to go with them, okay? Come out of there. Look at that. Look how pretty those are. All right, I'm gonna set those down. But we're gonna finish our candy cane tray right now. All right, so on my candy cane tray, I've taken just a little fresh basil, and I'm gonna sprinkle along here. So it would be like a decorative candy cane, right? Because normally when we make a Caprice salad, we have the pieces of basil in between there, right? And then I've got 2 pieces of basil that I've just cut the little, the leaves, right? So a little bit more decorative if you wanted to be decorative. I don't know if you want to be decorative. Do you want to be decorative? There we go. And then we're gonna need a bowl. I'm just gonna use a little cup. And to this, balsamic vinegar, because that's what we normally put on our Caprice, right? So I'm gonna add some balsamic, whoa, I made a mess. If you wanted to do crackers or bread or something else with that, look, there you go. Can you see? I'm gonna tilt up, but take this off. All right, so there is our beautiful little tray. And then we have this. So now you could take and drizzle if you wanted to, but I thought it would be nice to do it this way. And then they can take, your family can take however much they want and then drizzle the amount of balsamic that they want on their plate. So there you go. So there's our, yay, it's Christmas, it's festive. Look how cute that is. All right, now, we have our beautiful breaded asparagus here, which is great, but I think we need a little dippy sauce. I've got just some mayo. I'm using this very small dish. So in here, that's 1 tablespoon. That's about 2 tablespoons for this little tiny dish. 2 tablespoons, and then to that, granulated garlic or powdered garlic. You could add, maybe half a teaspoon or something. Well, not even that, 1/8. I'm gonna add some smoked paprika just because, one, I like that smoky flavor and I like the color. So again, since we're only doing 2 teaspoons, maybe 1/8 of all of this. You just want enough to season it up. And then just a squirt of lemon juice, okay? Just a little tiny squirt. All right, and then we're just gonna stir this. If you go to a restaurant, you would pay, is this mayo or is this aioli, right? Because aioli is just a flavored mayo. The difference is if you ask for a side of mayo, that's probably $1. If you ask for aioli, that's probably $5 or $10, right? Okay, so there's our aioli, look at that. And again, you just put a spoon in your little aioli, right? And now, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. Look how pretty that is. All right? So, now I'm gonna be naughty. Really, Cindy, naughty. I'm gonna cut that asparagus in half and I'm just gonna dip. So there we go. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Mmm. So now you have your asparagus and it's cooked perfectly. Mmm. So you have that great asparagus flavor. It's crunchy on the outside. And then you've got a nice little aioli to dip in. All right. Now it's Saturday. That was all fast, wasn't it? It was fast, I tell you. So it's Saturday. And Saturday means adult beverage day, right? So let's do an adult beverage. We're just gonna do a sippy drink. Not like a woo drink. We're just gonna do a nice little sippy drink, okay? So I have a Christmas cup. Do you want Kahlua or do you want Bailey's? So here's what we'll do. We'll take the Kahlua and we'll put a shot. Well, I think we need two. I should have got a measuring cup and we could have just done, right? Okay, so there is the Kahlua in one, and then we'll put the peppermint in there too. And I'm gonna do probably a half a one of peppermint. Because you don't wanna go, yaw, right? Okay, different shot glass. And now we're gonna use the Bailey's. So again, it really probably would have been easier just to pour it in, but since you guys are watching me, there we go. So these are just sippies. And then we'll do a half a shot of the peppermint. All right, we need to stir. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. All right, so here's the Bailey's. I just did 2 shots of Bailey's and a half a shot of the peppermint schnapps. Ready? Mmm. Mmm. Okay, I like this one. Smooth, yummy. Mmm. Okay, this is a keeper. Bailey's. So you could make a big glass of this. I just made a sipper, right? So I did 2 shots of Bailey's to a half a shot of peppermint schnapps. So good. All right, now this is the Kahlua one. Looks like Coke, doesn't it? All right, here we go. Oh, well, that's good too. Totally different. Man, they don't taste any, I mean, obviously, but, oh. So nice. Very nice. So there we go. Bailey's and peppermint schnapps, and then Kahlua and peppermint schnapps. So that gives you some ideas for something to sip on in front of the fire. Are you in front of the fire? Here we go. This was our, there we go. Our tray to serve either on our table or our bar, right? Just mozzarella cheese and tomatoes with some basil sprinkled on top. And then of course we have our little container with a spoon of balsamic dressing. So everybody gets to put on exactly how much balsamic they want. What a great board, either to have, like I say, as an appetizer or to have on your table for a salad or a starter, right? And then, yum, so good, I can't wait, that's lunch. And then, of course, our main dish today was our fried asparagus, right? Our breaded asparagus, where we cooked it in the air fryer, and we just cut our asparagus, then we dipped it in flour, egg wash, and then a mixture of Italian breadcrumbs with panko, all right? And then we made a little aioli out of mayo, smoked paprika, granulated garlic, and just a dash of lemon juice. Well, guys, short show today. And then, of course, our adult beverages, which was the Kahlua and peppermint schnapps and the Bailey's and peppermint schnapps. very short show. It's Saturday and it's a very short show. I can't be on too long because I'm working on my project to donate to Boys and Girls Country. And I have to do a big shout out to my sister who gave me the idea. I was having a hard time. I do those diamond dot things. And I started at the beginning of the pandemic. Well, I have a stack about yay big of completed diamond dot pictures. What are you gonna do with them? So I thought, wouldn't it be great if I framed them and donated them to Boys and Girls Country for Christmas? And then the kids would have things to decorate their rooms with. And, but frames were hard to find. I couldn't find any frames that fit them and not cheap. Well, my sister came up with this great idea to take canvases, because they're much cheaper, and paint the outside of the canvas, do a little spray adhesive on there and put the diamond dot picture on there, and then cover the top with Mod Podge. Oh, show you the diamond dot? Jessica will go get one and you can see what a diamond dot looks like. And then I haven't made one yet because I gotta paint okay, so here's one I just finished. See the little Christmas? There you go. See the little Nomi one? And then here's another Nomi one. See? Aren't these cute? Can you see the dots? Can you see the dots? I'm going to get up really close on this one so you can see. See how each one of those is a dot? And then you come back. And so those are my two that I have in this pattern. And then so we're gonna put those on canvases and then put Mod Podge on top so that the dots stay on, and then we can donate it. And then so that'll be our Christmas charity project. I always like to have at least one Christmas charity project for the family because we have been so blessed. I just think it's very important for us to give back to those who aren't as blessed as we are. I'm blessed because of you guys. You guys saved me through the COVID. At the beginning of COVID, when my husband was gone for 87 days, you guys saved me. You guys gave me a family and someone to talk to and something to think about so that I wouldn't be depressed. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I wish that I had great Christmas presents that I could hand deliver to each one of you to say thank you, to say I love you, to give you a big hug, to go to your house and say, la, 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 I'm here. But unfortunately, we're still in a kind of a lockdown phase. So I hope that all of you stay safe. Happy Saturday. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope you try one of these. If you already, I don't necessarily want to encourage you to go spend $100 or whatever and buy an air fryer. But if you have an air fryer, I wholly recommend this. If not, you can cook them in the oven. Or if you don't mind frying, you can fry them in a little oil on your skillet. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I will see you on Tuesday. Happy weekend as we get closer to Christmas. Bye-bye, everybody.